Okay, so out there in the massive emptiness of our solar system, there is this one moon, and it's burning. Not with reflected light from the sun, but with a fire that comes from deep within. In this explainer, we're taking a trip to the absolutely bizarre, fiery world of Io, Jupiter's volcanic moon. And no, this is not science fiction. This is the real deal. This is Io, a world that is just alive with volcanic fury. We're talking about one of the most geologically violent places in the entire solar system, and it's right here in our cosmic backyard. The eruptions here are so unbelievably powerful, they literally, and I'm quoting here, paint the darkness of space with streaks of glowing sulfur. I mean, that's such a poetic way to describe something so incredibly violent. So how on earth did a moon end up like this? To really get how truly wild Io is, we kind of need a baseline, right? So let's start with something we all know. So here's the thing that's kind of mind-blowing. Io is pretty much the exact same size as our own moon. But, and this is a big but, that's where the similarities just completely stop. And this just lays it all out, doesn't it? Our moon, you know it, it's quiet, gray, geologically dormant. A silent, cratered world. Io is the total opposite. It's violent, constantly erupting, and it's splashed with these crazy, vivid yellows, reds, and whites from all the sulfur. This is a world that literally never, ever sleeps. So the big question is, why? Why is this moon so absolutely chaotic? Well, it all comes down to this epic cosmic battle of gravity.
Seriously, what kind of force is powerful enough to melt a moon from the inside out? Well, the answer is this amazing phenomenon called tidal heating.
Okay, so what is tidal heating? Basically, just imagine being constantly stretched and squeezed by these immense gravitational forces from all sides. All that pulling and squishing, all that friction, it generates an absolutely unbelievable amount of heat. So here's how this crazy dance works. First, you've got Jupiter, this absolute giant, just pulling on Io with its massive gravity. But at the same time, its neighbors, the moons Europa and Ganymede, are pulling back in the other direction. And the result of all that? This constant violent flexing, this gravitational tug-of-war that literally melts Io's insides into a giant ocean of magma. And you can see the results of that internal furnace written all over Io's surface, and it is spectacular. This makes Io the most volcanically active place in our entire solar system. We're not talking a dozen volcanoes, we're talking over 400 active ones. And all this activity means the surface is brand new, geologically speaking. It gets repaved by lava so often that you can barely find any impact craters. And we're not talking about little burps of lava. These eruptions launch plumes of sulfur and ash hundreds of kilometers straight up into space. It's just incredible. And all that flexing and squeezing doesn't just create volcanoes. It shoves up these enormous mountains. Some of them are over 17 kilometers high. To put that in perspective, that's nearly twice as tall as Mount Everest. So what you end up with is a world that's always, always changing. Its surface is constantly being remade, buried under fresh lava and blankets of sulfur. It's this chaotic, beautiful mess of yellows and reds, and all of it is just floating on top of this furiously churning ocean of magma. Okay, but get this, the story doesn't just end with volcanoes. Io has this other secret, and it's pretty shocking. It has an electric relationship with Jupiter. Yeah, Io's connection to its home planet goes way beyond just gravity. It's trapped inside this super powerful magnetic field, and that turns this little moon into a giant electrical generator just zipping through space. So check this out. This is the really wild part. As Io orbits, it slices through Jupiter's massive magnetic field, and that movement creates this powerful electric current that literally flows between Io and Jupiter. We're talking about a current so strong that when it slams into Jupiter's atmosphere, it creates these permanent dazzling auroras at the planet's poles. Think about that. Io is literally lighting up its own parent planet. So, when we put all of these pieces together, we start to see Io as more than just some geological weirdo. Really, Io is just this stunning reminder of the raw, violent power that forges worlds in our solar system. It's this incredible dance of gravity and fire, showing us the immense forces that are always at work, constantly creating something new out of all that chaos.
So, you've got this world of constant volcanic fury, this strange electrical beauty. It's a true marvel. And it really makes you wonder, right? What other incredible fiery secrets are still hiding out there in the dark, just waiting for us to find them?